Hello there and welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV guide. Now today we are going to be looking at the Chocobo Companions, how to unlock it and what it all means. So you should have already received your company Chocobo mount, which is your rideable Chocobo, by completing the main story quest called the Company You Keep, and getting your Chocobo issuance, which is your license, from the quartermaster of whichever Grand Company you picked. Pretty straightforward these days, that part. They have streamlined it quite well. However, there is another feature for your Chocobo that you can unlock at level 30, and that's being able to summon your Chocobo to help you fight in the overworld, which is kind of cool, to be fair. Now, the unlock quest isn't so obvious to new players, purely because it's not tied to the main story, and the quest giver itself is a little bit out of the way over here where we are right now in South Shroud. So Rin, are you ready to go? Cool. Let's head out. We're going to go grab this quest, we're going to complete it, and then we're going to have a look at the actual Chocobo stuff itself. Right guys, so you will have to come over here, where we are. We are in Camp Tranquil, down in South Shroud, which is just about here. And you need to, when you get here, you need to go and see... Where is she? I've lost her. Oh, Dorset, sorry. You will need to go and see Dorset. I have this all planned. You need to come see Dorset over here. Now, she will have a quest for you. It's a lovely blue quest called My Feisty Little Chocobo. And once you complete this quest, you should have Chocobo Companion unlocked. I think it's called Chocobo Companion. Anyway, you'll be able to summon your Chocobo. So we're going to quickly blast through this quest. Right, now we've accepted the quest, we're going to take a lovely ride out. Rin, grab on, chicken. There's our lovely Chocobo. Rin, we're going to head out to Bent Branch Meadows, which is over in Central Shroud. So we're going to have a good old run across there now. Again, how much I love the Shroud. It's probably one of my favourite zones, you know. Right, so we will end up back here in Bent Branch Meadows, and this lovely big building up here is called Trees Peak Stables. I'm going to go over and speak to Lucalo over here. Can't miss him. He's a lovely stable hand. Nice guy. Right guys, so complete his quest and you will have unlocked the Chocobo Companion. Now, in order to summon your Chocobo, you will need Geisel Greens. And to do that, to get those, we will need to head to the nearest city. In this case is Gridania. It will always be Gridania because we're here for the quest. You can buy them in Uldar and Limsa as well, just when you're in town. I will show you where to get those. So right now, we need to be off to Gridania. Right guys, so once you made it back into town, in this case Gridania, you will need to come all the way back here to the Black Rabbit Traders, which is behind the Aetheryte, on the other side of the main Aetheryte. If you teleport in, obviously you would head to, instead of heading towards the bar, you would come the other way and end up at Black Rabbit Traders right here. Now a mini tutorial in this. this trader here and the other two that you get the Geishel Greens on, they will sell the starter like race gear for things. So if you lose it or you sell it, you can rebuy it here should you want to. And they also have some good little early level or level 1 bling as well. Not too bad to come. But while we're here, we can ignore the rest of that. We need to go into purchase items. And this, obviously she sells quite a lot of other things. Dispellers, clear prisms. There's 3 minions, some music as well. But what we are here for is Geisel Greens. Now what I tend to do is I tend to buy 99 at a time. And it's as easy as that. Geisel Greens there, now got 100. I didn't realize the quest gave us one. Never mind. So this is the vendor you would come to in Gridania. If you are wanting to pick some up in Uldar, you would head here. And if you're going to grab them from Limsa Lumensa, you would head to this vendor right here. Alright guys, so once you've bought your Geisel Greens, you cannot summon your Chocobo while you're in cities. So we are going to have to go out into the field again. So I shall see you back out in Central Shroud. Right, so once you've made it back out into the field, then you want to summon your Chocobo. Then you would come into your inventory. Ooh, not that one. Come into your inventory, you would click one of the Geisel Greens, and you would click on use. And that will summon your Chocobo. And he will remain by your side until he gets knocked out, or for 30 minutes. And he will auto despawn after 30 minutes, which is enough time to get a lot of stuff done, to be fair. There's our lovely boy here. I like me Chocobo. I like him. Chocobos deserve all the love. I wish Chocobos were real life. Because they deserve all the love. However, we are getting distracted. Right guys, so now you can summon him. Once he's flying around, following you around, he will level up in the field with you. He will gain experience points based off you. So if you're on a level, like it's within 5 levels of your current level. So at the minute, Rin is on Black Mage, which is level 60. So we need to be fighting level 60 enemies in order for him to get experience points. Or around about 55. He will level up, and once you get enough experience points, he will get a skill point. And we're going to jump into the menu now. We're going to have a look at the actual background stuff of the companion. Your Chocobo will just follow you around while you're in the field, and he will attack what you attack, and he'll defend you, and occasionally throw out a heal for you as well. He's quite cool. He is quite cool. So we're going to jump into the menu now, and we're going to have a look at the companion menu. So to get to the companion menu, you go into main menu, character, and then down to companion, and you will get this menu right here. Now actions, these are all your orders, so you can put any of these on. You can put any of these on your hotbar. We'll blast through these real quick. Summon, obviously just summon them to fight at your side. Withdraw, if you want them to remove them from battle. You can mount and dismount from here. And then the command side, you can get him to follow you. But that's for when, if he's in combat and he's a bit aggravated, he'll just stand and stamp on the spot for a bit. If you want him to continue following you or remove him from battle, like get him to stop attacking the enemy, you would click on the follow button. These next 4 are your stances, or your chocobo stances. If you have him on free stance, he will make his own decisions and try and defend you as best he can. If you want him to specialize a little bit more, or focus on one aspect or one role, then you would click on one of the other 3s and get him to go into that stance. Defender stance means he will use more skills, focus on the skills from the defender skill tree. Healer stance, likewise, tell him to focus more from the healer skill tree. And then lastly, if you want to attack a bit more, you will push him into attacker stance, which means you'll focus on using skills in the attacker skill tree. Nice easy stuff. Now this bit at the top, this bit up here at the top, this is his current level. He's currently level 0. He will need 100 experience points to get to rank 1. And this is his health points, obviously, and this is how much time he has left before he'll auto despawn. You auto withdraw, sorry, is the right word. If you use each Gash of Greens gets you 30 minutes. So if you want him for if you know you're going to need him for an hour, then you can feed him 2 Geishel Greens and he will stay for that full 60 minutes. Now these 3 over here, this, whichever one's lit up is what it is. This means that he's summoned. This one here means that you are mounted if that one's lit up. And this one is for when he's in a chocobo stable. The chocobo stables will have effects on other parts of your companion, and we'll go into those a little bit later. Now in the next thing, we've got the skill tree. These are your 3 skill trees: defender, healer and attacker. So when he levels up, he's currently rank 0, so when he gets to level 1, he will generate 1 skill point, which you can put into any of the 3 level 1 abilities. Now the level 2 abilities cost 2 points. So how it works is, when he ranks up to level 2, he will generate 2 skill points. 3 skill points with he going up to level 10. At level 10, obviously you'll get 10 skill points, which will get you one of the 3 level 10 skills. Right. Now his natural level cap is level 10, which will get you, if you focus on one class, say take defender here, level 10 will give you enough points to complete this entire skill tree. Now you can mix and match if you want to, or you can focus on one. It's entirely up to you. Now you can take him past level 10 with a special item called a Thavnarian Onion. You will need 1 onion for each rank you want to go above level 10. They can be expensive, or you can try and grow them yourself, but that involves housing. They're a bit awkward to get right now. I'm hoping that they're going to do something about it, but at the minute they can be hard to obtain. So basically all you have to do is keep him out in the field as much as possible. If you want to level him up, keep him out constantly when you're running around doing fates and various quests in the overworld. Keep him out all the time. He will generate experience points just by you killing enemies, and he'll give you a nice little boost at the same time. Now the last menu here is his appearance. Now this is where chocobo stables can, well, come in as well. You can, that's the current colour of your chocobo. You can change his colour, but that involves access to a chocobo stable, which is through housing as well, which is not the best way to do it. It's not the best system, but it's the one we've got right now. Gear-wise... Oh, just saw a rat, sorry. I didn't expect that to come up, sorry. Well, gear-wise, you can get a thing called Barden for your Chocobo. It's basically dress up. You will get various sets from your Grand Company. You can get them from Fates. You can get them from certain quests. Loads of Bardens in the game. You can get them crafted. Loads of different ones. Now, the Bardens are cosmetic only for your Chocobo. They offer no armor or no stats for your Chocobo at all. But you can just click on, say, your saddle, which is your headpiece. These are the ones that I've picked up just by playing the game so far. I think a lot of these are achievement vendor ones. So you can just mix and match. So you can click on the head and you will move that out of the way. And we'll move that out of the way. We'll move that out of the way. Oh god. Now I can. So it'll change your Chocobo's headpiece. Give them the Barden of Light as well. May as well give them the whole set. Oh, no, hold on. Wild Rose. So you can dress up your Chocobo in various different armors and stuff. Like I said, it is cosmetic. And that's basically it for your Chocobo companion. Keep them out as much as you can. Level them up. It does take a while. On a side note, your challenge log, which is, if you haven't unlocked that yet, obviously I'll have a video about that out already. So in your challenge log, you will get under battle, you will get 2 entries once you've unlocked your companion, called Bosom Buddies 1 and 2. If you kill 100 enemies of comparable level to your own, you will get a huge chunk of scales. You will get some gil and you will get a chunk of experience points for your Chocobo. So if anything, if you want to add a little bit of a boost, you can do these 2 challenge log entries once a week. Good way to level them up. And then the only other thing we've got is a little side feature for unlocking the Chocobo companion. You will get an extra inventory, little mini inventory called the Chocobo saddlebag. Now that is an extra 70 slots. It's where you can store items on your Chocobo itself. It's a nice little bit of extra storage for you. Now most people will either keep dyes in the saddlebag, stuff that they use but they want to store but don't want to put on a retainer. Stuff like dyes, treasure maps at times, and if you're a fisher, it's a good spot to put all your fishing bait. Keep it out of your inventory. So use that one wisely. Need all the extra storage you can get. Right guys, so that has been our look into the Chocobo companion system. Hopefully it sheds some light on it, and hopefully you go out and do some adventuring with your Chocobo. Like I said, the Chocobos need all the love they can get. I love Chocobos. I do wish they were real. I really do. Because I think they would be amazing to think. Can you imagine riding up to work on a Chocobo? How many looks you would get for that? Anyway. Hopefully it has helped. If it has, let us know in the comment section below. If there's something I've forgotten. I know there's a couple of things that I've glossed over. Because I feel like the Chocobo dying, like the changing the colour of the Chocobo and training stuff, I think are going to be best suited in a video on their own, because it involves the use of a Chocobo stable, which isn't freely accessible to everyone at the minute. I'm hoping they're going to change that in 6.0. We don't know. There's nothing been confirmed yet. Although we can all hope. However, thank you for watching. I started rambling on there, right there. Thank you all for watching. If you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Come back, come check out some of the stuff we've got going on. We would love to have you here. Interact with the channel. We'll love comments over here. If you're not new here and you're coming back, thank you again for the support. It is much appreciated, as always. And you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And as always, see you on the flip side. Bye bye.